myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set the rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away.
Alright, hope you guys can see me just. It's just 6:30 now. Shooting's just after 7. Sorry, sunrise just after 7, so the next 5-10 I can essentially shoot. After driving around for a bit last night trying to find a camp spot for me and the boys, I ended up on this spot here, which is sort of up as high as we can go next to the pines. We've got native down on that side. We've got a few clearings and native down that way. So a few things I'm looking out for this trip are those zones of silence, fringe country, and those facing slopes towards the sun, so whether it's an eastward facing slope or western of an afternoon. And keep an eye on that for these sambar. So I'm just going to finish my coffee, pack up and head down here for a bit of a look-see this morning before I go on a bit of a stop. So I'm just walking into the wind right now, heading down to these sort of fringe countries between the pines and the native. And then we're going to try and duck into that real steep system just over there, heading down to that fringe country which way, just in there. I'm going to duck into the, that wind's coming up this way, so it's great, and that sun comes up from there, these faces right here. On this fringe is where the sambar's going to want to be, warming up. Let's see, there we go, pumped.
See what you teach, I do believe I always should have stayed. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you.
So I want to catch them now, out in that fringe country. Wonder what animal did that. First bit of sign, real sign. Real evidence sign. This is great. That's relatively tall. See, I don't want to get in there. We'll see if anything's been in there. Definitely a bit dusty. Doesn't look like there's a hole bunch of dust or footprints, but that is evident sign. Okay. Alright, that's super thick. I don't know how to hunt this shit. I guess we'll see. Yep, definitely getting better this time. Another one. And it's fucking fresh. I thought I could smell something before. Like deer or something. Man, this thing is fucking fresh. Oh yeah. Look at it. It's still got the sap on it. Oh, I can still smell it. There's something here, man. There's something here. Oh, let me turn this around. Zoom in. So I'm just using the middle part of this day. Just a bit of scouting. Driving around, looking for sign. Just found those rubs on the side of the road. Feeding areas, open zones to hunt, access. I've been to this forest before, so just trying to work it out a little bit. See what I can see. Uh-oh. Look where he's coming out. I don't even know how to attack this. So, afternoon, and we actually changed spots. Yeah, did find sign up the top, but it wasn't too promising. You can see up the top is all the way up there. Definitely found rub trees, but couldn't find much access. So I'm going to drop into this system down here. I'm going to head up over there, get over that ridge, that first ridge, and get the sun coming down on that big face this afternoon. Hopefully we get a bit more sign down in this system here along the creek, which I struggled to get into at the top. There's definitely plenty of sign along the fringes, but struggled to get into the creeks to really find any wallows or signs. So let's see what this afternoon can do. A bit of a glassing session up over that hill. Hopefully we get a bit more 100% sign. Comes with that. Usually starts with an S. literally after the last light now. We just saw 4 sambar. We think 5. Feeding out of this native gully up into the cut pines. And the wind was blowing our way, yet they still heard us. Pretty amazing animals. So I quickly grabbed the rifle and headed down over that way. I made up 150. They made up 200. And then spooked them back down the actual ridge from what they went up. And then on that last light, there was one halfway up the ridge, which was about 150 closer. About 300. I did have a shot. It ran after the shot, so I don't know if I've hit it. Didn't hear a thud. But we'll be going to look for it in the morning. It's down to freezing of a night, so we'll be going across there in the morning and have a look. So I've just come back to the spot where I shot, which was actually near. I've put that tree up there to mark it, and I've ranged it now. So the other deer we're looking at were right up on that ridge over there, and then one caught my eye about halfway, 3/4 of the way up in this gap here. Just ranged it then, it was 270. And I thought it was about 350 last night, so I may have shot over it. We're going to head straight across there to where we think and see if we can find some blood. Smashed up trees down here. Bedding areas too. All this marshy stuff they've been bedded in. Prints. Heaps of prints through here. Good deer prints. Straight out of that. Sambar shit. That's fresh. Oh, it's still wet. That's a freshie.
Come one in a dozen. The other 11 do something from nothing.
So with the fresh cut pine not really being my thing and frustrating the hell out of me, I've decided to find some good old friends. Nice tall pine, it reminds me of home. It actually looks really nice through there, so keen to get for a walk down this side and then come up the other valley. Long way from camp, but hopefully turn up something over this side. So the plan for this afternoon, you see him sitting in this shortcut pine. This fringe country. It's got this creek that runs around along the bottom with these little native fingers that pop out. And probably the most sign of this trip ended in a similar scenario of where we saw those salmon the other night. Whereas they were feeding out of these fingers up these fringes. So I'm just sort of hopping along. Do half an hour sit at the moment. The wind is actually swirling, which is a little bit shit. I'm hoping I'm up high enough that it doesn't affect anything. And trying to find that zone of silence in one of these systems, or hoping that there's a zone of silence down the bottom there. So we got another little bit here, and then we'll duck over to the next one, and then it will be last flight and a nice easy on the road walk back to camp. But definitely got me stumped this Sambar. Something we'll definitely have to be practicing is shooting out to 3, 4, 500 comfortably. Not something I've ever done or practiced the majority of my state forest. Well, up until now, my first state forest shot was 200 metres. So, definitely another card, another skill I need to practice and add to the repertoire. Just ranging various parts of these valleys, just so if one does come out, I do know a rough distance without having to, if I have to rush the shot, without having to sort of to that maximum 300, 320. I'd hope one sort of feeds out from this little clearing down into that little clearing from that real thick brush, the real thick native strip. But on that walk across halfway up the mountain, it's probably the most sign I've seen, the most amount of scat and prints this whole trip. Sitting and waiting on the fringe country. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't.